EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the capital city of Colorado. Welcome to Denver and Empower Field at Mile High. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen on hand as Cameron Dicker is set to kick things off. And off we go here from Mile High. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Right to the air to open this one up. Open man's got it. That's Chark. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35.
It's a
gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. Oh, right at the outset, he lost the football.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
On play action now, Herbert. And he's going to have to eat this one, and down he goes.
We met with them the other day, Mike, and the offensive coordinator, he went out of his way. He was adamant that they felt really good early in this game. There was a lot of things on this opening script they could do to attack this defense. Well, needless to say, I don't think giving up a sack on the first play was what he had in mind, and now they face a 2nd and long. They got to get back on track.
Shotgun now for Herbert. He's got his tight end, Oronde Gadsden, the second. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
3rd down, 3 to go. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal. First carry here for Omarion Hampton. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Herbert. That one taken in, middle of the end zone. McConkey, touchdown LA. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Opening carry of the game, it's J.K. Dobbins. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And he's in. Touchdown, Denver.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession one. What are you going to do in response on possession two? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. This drive will begin with a run with Hampton. And he broke through the initial contact, winds up getting about 3. It's second down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Now, Herbert. Forced out wide. Oh, he tried to throw it back across his body, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at the 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He's going to look for the home run ball. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Broncos. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the first quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer. Because right now, they don't have it.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. first down. Herbert. Rolling right. Off he goes. And he wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
It is 2nd and 6. Here's Herbert. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. This offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Herbert to throw. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. On 4th down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. This fielded inside the 35. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. Nick snap on 1st and 10. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
A run with Dobbins. They're going to work this down inside the 45. It'll be a pickup 10. Good for a Denver first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So after 1, it's the Broncos with the early lead. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Now it's Dobbins, and that'll go for a gain of about 4. Tarheed still there for the stop. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun. It's Nix. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Nix from the gun on third down. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. Back to throw is Nix. A pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass ball's incomplete.
As a pass rusher, you don't always need to record a sack to make your presence felt. Creating pressure, move the quarterback, affect his timing. Those are all different ways to take pressure off your coverage unit.
Second and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. That one intercepted. Picked off by Deion Henley. And good running on the return. That'll help him out as the ball right around the 45-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
They'll start on the ground with Hampton. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds. And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
We'll try to work for it with Hampton. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. Able to convert, albeit not by much. They get it on third and a yard.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory. And certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on third and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them. They want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
Herbert to throw on second down. A short throw taken in by Goddard. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Third down and 3. To throw, it's Herbert. He gets this complete, finding Adams. A gain there of 10 yards, and the Chargers have the first down.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
Not a whole lot happening there, just a short pickup.
So they try to throw a little bit of a curveball. We see him throw it to this guy a lot. Now, in this case, they hand it to him, thinking they can catch the defense off guard and generate a big play. And let's give a lot of credit to the defense. They were ready for it. They were prepared for it. And they held it to a modest game.
second and 9. To throw is Herbert. On the run to the right. He's got it at about the 8. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. First and goal coming up. A chance here to draw level before the break. It's first and goal.
Ready.
They'll run with Hampton. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Second and goal. One more time with Hampton. Good blocking, and he's in. Omarion Hampton. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Going after now from Dicker. It's up and good. And the Chargers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. He'll give it to Dobbins. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. And it's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Not even a little bit. Hold on. Bombers. Catching. Ready.
Here's Nix to throw. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
Let's give credit to that pass rush for making their presence felt, and although it didn't result in a sack, it's the disruption of the timing that's just enough to force that incompletion.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. Third, they need 8.
Bombers.
To throw is Nix. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Lambert Smith to return it. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Throwing, Herbert. Trust, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
This defense is vulnerable in a few areas along the back end, but none of that will matter if this protection can't do a better job holding up long enough that they can find some of these open receivers that have been able to separate. He just doesn't have the time to get them the ball.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
On third down, here's Hampton. And he's just pushing guys out of the way. Powering forward for a gain of 8. Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. Now return coming from the 7. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. A give left side for Hampton. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. That's the safety, Talanoa Hufanga on the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 24 now, here is 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Herbert. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
To the left side, and Adams has it. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. And he's going to have the Chargers 1st down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
And this will be incomplete. Trey Harris, the intended receiver there. It's 2nd down.
And you get a sense that in a really tight game like this, it's that one play that's going to tip the scales either way. So they come out swinging for the deep one on that one. They can't quite link up, but keep swinging. Keep generating those chunk plays, because typically in the NFL, chunk plays equal points.
Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Ladd McConkey, the one he was looking for. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think you just rush that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. He's going to air this one out. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're it hasn't been even more.
Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th downs looming. The Chargers get set to kick it away as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. Great coverage on special teams. They'll mark it down inside the 5-yard line.
At their own 3-yard line.
Here's Dobbins. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Throwing. Nix. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 89 yards. Touchdown, Denver. That is 3 touchdowns in this one. And he's up to 11 on the season. On is Coop for the point after. Broncos have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Herbert now on 1st down. They'll try to hit him with a screen. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Number 7. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Shotgun snap, and we give it to Hampton, and he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a 1st down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Los Angeles.
to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. He's close to a 1st down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Right side, hauled in by McConkey. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
The Chargers, 1st down.
Herbert. Out to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Herbert. That's to the running back, Amarian Hampton. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That's another Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Give, and here comes Hampton. Finding space at the 15. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Los Angeles.
Now it is 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. Hampton is into the end zone. Touchdown, LA. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up. We got ourselves a ball game.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? This returnable from the 4. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll run it with Dobbins out of the pistol. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23.
23-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. Play action now. It's Nix. This is intercepted. Picked off by Tarheeb Still. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
They'll go with Hampton. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Another run here with Hampton. And he's got another one. Omarion Hampton. Touchdown Chargers. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers go up by 7, 28-21. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Their own 27-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. Up the sideline to the 40. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
At his 48-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Flush to his right. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's 3rd down. They'll go play action with Nix. That is caught. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
Good for a Broncos.
It's a big play when they needed it the most. 37 yards. On 1st and goal, Harvey. He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal.
Pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd down, goal to go. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. So the ball still at the 8-yard line for 2nd down and goal. That one is complete. And they'll get about 5 yards closer, but now it is 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll drop to throw. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cam Hart.
And in these tight games, especially in the second half, Mike, these are the big moments that somebody needs to step up and make a play, and that's exactly what he's able to do here. Great read, great reaction. Steps in front of that ball and ends up going the other way.
This drive will begin with a run with Hampton. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. They'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Play action now. It's Herbert, and the rush gets there. Down he goes. The Broncos going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And it's a good return here. Able to take it across the 50. Set up the offense with a short field. Here is 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. He's going to look downfield for Chark. To the goal line and in. D.J. Chark. Touchdown, Denver. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. He fields it at the 8. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Here's 1st down.
Hey, he's lying. Crowd right. Ready?
From the gun, it's Herbert. To the left side, catch made by McConkey. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
Now, Herbert. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
He'll run. And he's got it. Remove the change. 1st down at the 47. They still have all 3 timeouts. And here we go with 1st and 10. To throw, it's Herbert. He's got the hookup downfield with McConkey. A big one here in the 4th quarter. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. And the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the ballgame. They'll come up for first and 10. They'll stick to the ground. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
And we are set for a great finish. Timeout. 2 seconds remaining in the game. So here is Cameron Dicker. Dicker, the kicker in a big spot. This to win the game. This kick is good. And the Chargers are going to move out in front. So it's a win for the visiting Chargers. And that's now 4 victories in a row.